राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय 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 राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम 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 श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम 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 ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम 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 ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai 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 Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai
Hari
Ram
Om, Hari Om.
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram
1 second, this audio is up.
Okay, okay.
Now you tell some.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om, sir.
Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram
Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Hari Om to everybody.
Swamiji.
Namaskaram, Swamiji.
Namaskaram, Namaskaram.
Namo Namaste Padakabhyam.
Namaste.
Hari Om Narayana.
Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tvatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurureva Jagat Sarvam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Stavaram Jangamam Vyaptam Yatkinjit Sacharacharam Tvatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mannada Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Madatma Sarvabhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gururadiranadischa Guru Paramadaivatam Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki Jai Jai Jai. So today is the Gurupoornima day. We owe everything to the inner Guru and outer Guru, or outer Guru and inner Guru. We revere the outer Guru because it is the outer Guru that made us know that there is God and Guru are within. It was the outer Guru who made us know that there are not so many Gurus, there is only one Guru. One Guru performing the duties of a Guru through so many forms. So today all these dimensions should occupy our mind space. In our case, our reverence goes to Param Pujya Papa Swami Ramdas. Because if the transformation has not come to him, we will not be sitting in ashram, we will not have access towards any of these. So our first reverence goes to Param Pujya Papa, and then Param Pujya Mataji, who also placed her inspiring life and mission before us, that it is not a theory. Spirituality can be applied in actual life. And then we remember Param Pujya Swamiji, who was also an embodiment of love, seva, and self-effacement, and a galaxy of Mahatmas. Some of the Mahatmas we would have had the darshan, some Mahatmas we would have heard from ardent devotees. For example, Swami Vivekananda, we would not have seen. Swami Shivanji Maharaj, Swami Tapovanji Maharaj, Swami Purushottamji Maharaj. No, like that there are number. Sri Anandamayama, our Amritanandamayama. So many are there, no? All of them have been contributing something for our spiritual progress. And our loving parents who brought us up, God in the form of our parents, God in the form of our teachers at schools and colleges, God in the form of colleagues and bosses in our companies or professional fields, God in the form of friends. Suppose we have been made to involve in business, our customers, our producers. So today we all feel, no, every creature comfort that we today make use of it. It has all come from somebody, because of their intelligence, because of their probing nature. So they are all gurus. Everyone has directly or indirectly contributed. Even the language with which we are speaking, how many languages in the world? Just imagine. What a gift it is. They are all gurus. So on the Gurupoornima days, but actually speaking, we are thanking the Creator and His whole creation. And the more we think about it, we become, insignificant in the map. Because all of them have contributed for our life. And where are we? We are only enjoying it. And today is a day set apart for us to remember intensely. So first our spiritual preceptor, whom we call as God, and then everybody. Now we remember Puja Mataji used to say, your reverence to the Guru becomes a reality only when you see the Guru Tattva in everybody. Guru Tattva in everybody. So it's not to be limited to a particular person. Particular place. I don't know how to take this. 1 minute, please hold the line. Something struck to me. Wait. I don't know where he has kept. No, Swamiji, download pictures program. Can call Chandu. So like that we try to bring as many people as possible, and not only human beings. In the form of domesticated animals also, they have taught us so many things, We reverently remember them. Even inert insentient matters, when we apply our mind on those lines, they also serve as gurus. So today the whole day should be set apart for remembering everybody with gratitude that has made our life comfortable. As we said, the language, just imagine. And none of them kept it for themselves. Just like today when we open the Google Baba's field, anything you can get it, Which sloga talks about Bijam Mam Sarvabhutanam, immediately it will come. True concept of Papa, desktop desktop transfer you can.
You take this and use on
True concept of Papa, concept of Papa, word file.
Right concept of Papala, idalla.
No.
Well,
No. He is not limited to Anandashram.
on Mataji.
No. Not publication. But discovering the
Articles of Papa.
Articles of Papa, idea. Papa, awareness, divine consciousness, how to chant, last letter, spirituality, he made known, there is available permission, Papa's letter. No. Concentrate on the impersonal Ramdas. No, not this.
Word file.
Word file. It's not in Samadhi Mandir or in Homa Mandir or in
File name the concept irundha Swami.
concept தான் பேரு.
File name.
பேரு.
Who Papa is.
Real concept of beloved Papa.
Real concept. How will they see?
Share on the screen.
Share.
First come to screen.
All of you can see? Hari Om?
Yes, Swami. We can see, Swami. Yes, Swami.
Yes, thank you, Swamiji.
Beloved Papa's presence is not only confined to the Bhajan Hall and Homa Mandir or Samadhi Mandir, is not only all-pervasive in this holy Anandashram, but it lives and moves in and through us. So he is with us. He has been with us. On this day, this has to be made very, very clear to us. Even if it is for a short time, it is worth it. Beloved Papa's presence is not only confined to the Bhajan Hall and Homa Mandir, is not only all-pervasive in this holy Anandashram, but it lives and moves in and through us. We carry his presence when we adhere to truthfulness. We carry his presence when we are kind, considerate, compassionate. We carry his presence when we refuse to serve even an inch from the path of purity. We carry his presence vibrantly, dynamically, forcefully when we live our life in a divine manner, with determination, humble intention, firm resolve, all sincerity and earnestness. When we are trying to pursue a divine way of living in thought, word, and action, we are manifesting, beloved Papa. When we are trying to pursue a divine way of living in thought, word, and action, we are manifesting, beloved Papa. We are a vibrant center of that which the world knows as beloved Papa Swami Ramdas. None of us know about ourselves, We are a vibrant center of that which the world knows as beloved Papa Swami Ramdas. We become a lamp through which his light shines. We become the vessel to hold the living waters of his spirituality, his sublime spiritual teachings. Let us therefore not confine beloved Papa Swami Ramdas to the bhajan hall, to the Homa Mandir, to Anandashram. Make ourselves a vehicle of his living presence, so that by our life, others also become awake and illumined. They feel his divine presence through our life, and their life is also divinized. We move amongst this world of men as the candle imparting our light to anyone whom God brings us in contact with. And Mataji's sealing, omnipresent Papa's ashram means the whole universe. It is to enable us to learn this that this ashram was established by beloved Papa. So on this day, we don't need any other message. Something, he is awakening us, We were thinking we are so and so. The 5.5 or 6 feet, this body, mind, intellect complex, which carries a label called the name, born on such and such a date, born to these parents, and now working. These are all the things we have about ourselves. No, 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 no. Beloved Papa's presence is not only confined to the bhajan hall and Homa Mandir, he is not only all-pervasive in this holy Anandashram, but it lives and moves in and through us. So we should qualify ourselves, He is there. We carry his presence when we adhere to truthfulness. We carry his presence when we are kind, considerate, compassionate. We carry his presence when we refuse to serve even 1 inch from the path of purity. We carry his presence vibrantly, dynamically, forcefully when we live our life in a divine manner, with determination, humble intention, firm resolve, all sincerity and earnestness. When we are trying to pursue a divine way of living in thought, word, and deed, we are manifesting beloved Papa. We are a vibrant center of that which the world knows as beloved Papa Swami Ramdas. We become a lamp through which his light shines. We become the vessel to hold the living waters of his spirituality, his sublime spiritual teaching. Let us therefore not confine beloved Papa Swami Ramdas to the bhajan hall, to the home mandir, to Anandashram. Make ourselves a vehicle of his living presence, so that our life to others also become awake. and illumine. They feel His divine presence through our life, and their life is also divinized. We move amongst this world of men as the candle imparting our light to anyone whom God brings us in contact with. Omnipresence Papa's ashram means the whole universe. It is to enable us to learn this that this ashram was established by the Reverend Papa. So on the Gurupoornima day, this is the message, We may forget. The moment the session is over, we may forget. But let us try our level best, One word out of all these. Just now we picked up, somewhere it was there in the laptop. Concept, that particular word helped us to go to this particular file. Similarly, somewhere in our mind, Papa himself has said this in another way. In one of his Satsang, recorded in God Experience, volume number 1. Papa Mataji is everywhere. God is everywhere. You are everywhere. We did not understand then. Because we have put ourselves in a prison, conceptual prison. And we don't go beyond that. Even if we 100 times, the Guru says, 100 times we read, we still don't capture the theme. When Swami Vivekananda was quoting from Upanishads, Sunvandu Vishwe Amritasya Putra, none of us understood. Nice to reproduce, Hey, listen, you are the heirs of immortal bliss. We did not understand. But now Papa is making us to slowly understand that living principle. He has given us clues, How do we make Papa expressive through our personality, What did he say? Anybody remembers anything? Huh? We carry his presence.
We carry Papa's presence is not only confined to Bhajan Hall,
Anandashram Bhajan Hall. We carry,
but all pervading.
truth. We carry his presence when we adhere to truth, when we adhere to
When we are compassionate.
We carry his presence when we are kind, considerate, and compassionate. We carry his presence when we refuse to serve even 1 inch from the path of purity. We carry his presence vibrantly, dynamically, forcefully when we live our life. Out of this one word we should remember. On this most auspicious occasion of Gurupoornima day, first we thought, beloved Papa, we have put them in the frame. Papa used to say, you have put Papa in a frame. Whereas Papa Mataji is in your heart. Then he said, God is in your heart. Sorry, Papa Mataji is everywhere. God is everywhere. You are everywhere. So that you and Papa, we are trying to end. That will give us the needed, clues to take to an inward journey and find out this commonness in me and Papa, commonness in me and God, commonness in me and Ram. This is what he said, Guru and God are one. Because the moment we remember Papa, he is our Guru. He is our spiritual preceptor. He is the one who made us aware of the purpose of our life, the methodology to attain the goal of our life. a correct evaluation of me, the sense of individuality, he, the indwelling and all-pervading reality, and our relationship with our co-creation. He made us aware. He made us aware intellectually, and now he is taking us to have it experientially. So he is holding our hands. And the first line itself, it lives and moves in and through us. Chandu, reduce, go to the publication. Publication. God Experience 1. English books. English books, other one. In the words. God Experience 1. In a frame, in a picture.
You put Papa Mataji in a
Frame. No, then one more.
You put Papa
One more.
in a frame.
Correct, enough. He says, you have made Papa Mataji a fetish, while really Papa Mataji are dwelling in the hearts of all. You must get that awareness. Papa is not only in your pockets or in your room. If you want really to get him, you must see him everywhere. You have put Papa on the wall in a frame. Make your heart a temple of God. Make your heart a temple. God is within you. He is always there. This very question came up when Mataji first joined. Ramdas thought she was caught in his worship of form. Ramdas told her, you have to see Papa in your heart. How can I see you there? She asked. Stop this worship. Do not even prostrate before him. She was garlanding Ramdas half a dozen times a day, prostrating any number of times. Ramdas asked her to stop all this external worship. She gave it up. No garlanding, no prostrating, no worshipping. Gradually what happened? She had already no thought of things in the world. So when this support to the personal worship was also cut off, where could the mind go? It went inward. It had no other place to go. Ramdas asked her to sit for meditation. She sat. When you see God in the photos of Papa Mataji, why not the other picture also? We are doing it. You must transcend all these. You must find him within. These are all the words of Papa, we should remember. Today is the Gurupoornima day. The moment we think about Papa, he comes there in the form of Guru. Now we are listening to him, what he wants us to understand. The sooner you come to realize God as indwelling and all-pervading, the better. Photos may kindle some divine emotion, but you must not stop with that. Because Papa Mataji is everywhere. God is everywhere. You are everywhere. This one message is enough for us. The photos may kindle some divine emotions, but you must not stop with that, because Papa Mataji are everywhere. God is everywhere. You are everywhere. The sense of otherness sets limits to the illimitable. That is what you did, that is what the other person. He wanted a particular picture, you wanted our picture. That means you both see God in pictures only. It applies to us also, no? Then the devotee said, I keep them for the sake of outsiders. Papa said, what outsiders? You have made Papa and Mataji a fetish, while really Papa and Mataji are dwelling in the hearts of all. You must get that awareness. Papa is not only in your pockets or in your room. If you want really to get him, you must see him everywhere. You have put Papa on the wall in a frame. So today we are trying to get the real picture of, or not real picture, some deep understanding about Papa. Though for the sake of all of us, he appeared in a human form, and then for the sake of all of us, he went through most severest form of sufferings. And for the sake of all of us, he left everything. For the sake of all of us, he established this ashram. For the sake of all of us, he brought Puja Mataji. For the sake of all of us, he brought Puja Swamiji into the picture. And all these things we remember. Up to this level, we remember. But then he says, you have to see him within. Again we will read. Beloved Papa's presence is not only confined to the Bhajan Hall, Home Mandir, not only all-pervasive in this holy Anandashram, but it lives and moves in and through us. We carry his presence when we adhere to truthfulness. We carry his presence when we are kind, considerate, and compassionate. We carry his presence when we refuse to swerve even 1 inch from the path of purity. We carry his presence vibrantly, dynamically, forcefully, when we live our life in a divine manner, with determination, humble intention, firm resolve, and all sincerity and earnestness. When we are trying to pursue a divine way of living, in thought, word, and action, we are manifesting beloved Papa. We are a vibrant center of that which the world knows as beloved Papa Swami Ramdas. We become a lamp through which his light shines. We become the vessel to hold the living waters of his spirituality. Now we know that we have miles and miles and miles and miles and miles to go, no? Because we have put ourselves in a conceptual prison, whereas the original core of our being is lying there, untouched and unaffected. And we are trying to project this personality, limited, finite personality, with all its omissions and commissions. And today, Papa chose to remind us, today being the most auspicious occasion of Gurupoornima day, Papa chose to touch and kindle and make us, remind us, hey, look here, you are not what you assume yourself to be. You are me. We are trying to pursue a divine way of living in thought, word, and action when we are manifesting Papa. Let us not therefore confine beloved Papa Swami Ramdas to the Bhajan Hall, to the Home Mandir, to Anandashram. Make ourselves a vehicle of his living presence, so that by our life, others also become awake and illumined. They feel his divine presence through our life. What a tremendous responsibility now we have. Think. They feel his divine presence through our life, and their life is also divinized. We move amongst this world of men as the candle imparting our light to anyone whom God brings us in contact with. Anybody would like to share any thoughts on these?
Swamiji, if the word Guru is split up, Gu means darkness, Ru means dispeller of darkness. So is
Okay,
Papa
then.
and so is Mataji, every Guru.
Okay. No, the responsibility is how much this Guru Tattva is there in us. Our effort should be to find out the Guru Tattva in us.
Yes.
Those things are, academic,
Yes, yes.
We try to analyze the word. Okay, that stage has gone. Now we are down to earth now. Our Guru says, I am there in you. Unless you make the conducive atmosphere, it will not become expressive. So now our struggle is this. A tremendous responsibility has been placed upon this sense of individuality. Sense of individuality is now given. You are not what you assume yourself to be. You are your Guru. You are the personification of your Guru. So we have to live up. We have to try to live up. We may fail, we may forget, but we can take him into task. You gave us to know that what our real nature is, and then if you leave us in the middle, how do we understand? So please, whenever we go off the line, whenever we dilute, immediately we should be pulled up. We may be sliding down. At that time, you must immediately pull us up and say, no, this is not your nature. This doesn't become of you. You are acting contrary to what you have inside. When he said the Guru Tattva is in us, God and Guru are one, Guru is in you, in so many articles, in so many occasions, Papa has been hammering. Guru is within, Guru is within. Now this is he is making it very clear on this particular day.
Yeah. During Satsang, we feel that very near to Guru.
During Satsang,
During Satsang, we feel that very, very near to Guru, but after that, we are going apart from him.
Yeah.
No, Guru makes the student as good as himself.
That is okay. So far we have not applied our mind seriously. Today he has awakened us,
Yes.
He has touched and kindled in us. So we at least that's why I say, of all these, we may not remember the entire one. One word from this. If it starts coming to us when we chant Ram Nam, என்ன தெரிகிறது? Let us not talk in between. Let us try to concentrate on this. It was a very, very important, vital subject.
Swami, today morning, when I heard you telling Guru Stuti, there was a prompting from inside of making a sloga on Guru. Shall I read it out, Swamiji, now? If you permit me, a small sloga.
Okay.
Satyaswarupam Guru Ramadasam Karma Pradhanam Krishna Mata Chandaswarupam Guru Satchidanandam Pranamamahe Gurupada Pangajam Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om.
Hari Om. Gandhiji used to say when he will say, how to enshrine Ram Nam in your. So it should be enshrined in the heart, he will say. Ram Nam, it should be enshrined. Like that, now we have to do the pradishta of Papa inside us. Very difficult. But we must.
Saguna Sarva only possible, Swami, isn't it? For making the pradishta, Saguna Sarva only it is possible. Nirguna Sarva we cannot pradishta. Or how to make the pradishta of Nirguna aspect, we don't know, Swami.
It is possible. In Manasa Puja it is there, no? In Manasa Puja we don't have any dravyam. We don't have an idol. So what do? Vigneswaram dhyayami, avahayami. So we contemplate upon him and then we say we superimpose. So nothing is impossible. So we have to enshrine that the enshrining the heart, that is important. What is the mark of a man, Gandhiji says, who has Rama enshrined in his heart? Such a man will take God's name with every breath. His Rama will be awake even while the body is asleep. Rama will always be with him in whatever he does. The real death for such a devoted man will be the loss of this sacred companionship. A devotee of Rama may be said to be the same as the Sthita Prajna of Gita. He will live in the consciousness of the soul and look to the care first and last of the indweller. Such a man will take God's name with every breath. That's why he said, there is no doubt whatsoever that Ramnam contains all the power that is attributed. No one can, by mere wishing, enshrine Ramnama in his heart. Untiring effort is required as also patience. What an amount of labor and patience have been lavished by men to acquire non-existent philosopher's stone. Surely God's name is of infinite richer value. With my hand on my breast, I can say that not a minute in my life am I forgetful of God. That is enshrining, So today, Papa is asking us, you do the pradishta of me, I am there in you. Not that you have to bring me from somewhere. By making me aware of my presence, you are doing the pradishta. Just like we do the Manasa Puja, The idol is there outside. But we close our eyes and bring the form and say that particular Ishtadevata, Dhyayami, Avahayami, Swagadam. No. Like that we conduct the puja. And after the puja is over, Yathasthanam Pradishtapayami. Shobhanarte, whenever I want, you should come to me. You are inside me. For the sake of giving me joy, I am taking you out and I am worshipping you. And after that, I am putting you back to the same. So whenever I need, you must come. Shobhanarte Punaragavanaya. What a brilliant way our ancestors have. We don't have to carry anything. We don't have to do anything. We have to do the puja sincerely. And you get the same thrill or an added thrill than the Dravya puja. Because it is purely a mental exercise, and the more subtle a thing is, the more effective it is. The more gross it is, the more ineffective it is. Because gross level, when the moment we are geographically away, we get disconnected. But the moment it is in a subtle form, it stays with us. Effect will be tremendous. Impact will be tremendous. So similarly, today what Papa gave us this message, that I am there in your heart. Let us try to remember one or two words from this and keep on trying. You are there in me, I am not aware. Please make me aware. Whenever I do something which is not your liking, which you will not like, you will not permit, you will not do. So whenever I am likely to slip because of my old habits, old cravings, old desires, old vasanas, please immediately rush in and then erase it, make me pure.
Swamiji,
Ah.
full acceptance, total acceptance to everything as the blessing from Ram is acceptance to everything that happens in our life with everything. That all is a blessing from Ram. That is like equal to complete surrender, correct?
Total acceptance is equal to surrender. Complete surrender. Total acceptance is it equal to complete surrender?
Definitely. Total acceptance is equal surrender.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because when there is total acceptance, there is no sense of individuality to put the prefix or suffix like, like, dislike, good, bad, favorable, not favorable. adverse, good, all those things will not be, labeling will not be there. Eckhart Tolle says, a simple word. When you why this has happened to me, if that question does not come to me at all, then I knew what is surrender. Why this is happening to me? This question, if it is erased from my mind, then I have understood what is surrender. Because when something happens, the me and mine immediately question, why should it happen today? Why should it happen to me? All these, I have never thought about it. I have never done this. All these things come. That means we have not accepted. Whereas Papa teaches by his very life that all those things are tests meted out to us to refine us, to make us more and more refined, to become his worthy representative.
Swamiji, that's a very beautiful phrase, worthy representative. That speaks all.
Because every now and then we are prompted to go to that Ajmer.
So we are carrying the torch. And
because it is something, the Raipur, Ajmer, yeah. It is from Raipur, the chapter is Raipur, but he has gone to Ajmer.
Yes.
In due course, he reached Ajmer. It was night. While he was resting in the station along with some other sadhus, who also had arrived by the same train, the railway police objected and asked all of them to go out. He sought a place under a tree in front of the station, within the compound. But here again the policeman interfered and drove him away. Knocking about for some time, he saw at last a spot where, under another tree in a far-off corner of the railway compound, as he had nothing to spread on the floor, he lay himself down on the bare ground. When his nose came in close proximity with the ground, what a language! Not a negative smell you will get, When his nose came in close proximity with the ground, he felt the strong smell of urine. Oh Ram, how kind you are. We are trying to understand surrender, You make your humble slave pass through every kind of experience, all for his good. This condition taught him further still. What a folly it was to make much of this perishable body. And it also tended greatly to make him find his true level, which is indeed very low. Very, very low, not very low. To afford him the benefit of this experience, O Ram, thou alone appeared the policeman and brought about this circumstance. Here Ramdas, the child of Ram, slept soundly till morning in the loving embrace of that all-powerful being Ram. So whenever we get any doubt about surrender, we go to this particular chapter. The chapter is named as Raipur, but he has reached Ajmer. Next chapter is named as Ajmer, but before explaining, he has reached the Ajmer. This had happened in the Ajmer station. And see how he has accepted everything. Cheerfully. He slept soundly. Can we imagine? Forget about going there. Imagine from sitting in this comfortable room. Suppose we keep the door open and the toilet room is open, and suppose the urine smell comes. Immediately our concept, our approach is totally different, We will never think that Papa is testing us. We will immediately blame people who have not put the door, So we are trying to understand what exactly is spirituality. What is surrender? Anything more? Before we close, we thought we would also share some words of Swami Yatishwarananda, a very great monk in Sri Ramakrishna order. The real Guru who reveals to us the truth is in our own heart. And he is none other than the divine himself. His message very often comes through some person who also is called Guru. So the divine is sometimes called the Guru of the Gurus. We should not expect much from the outer Guru, but should try to be in tune with the inner Guru, the divine in us, the soul of our souls, and draw knowledge and inspiration from him. Both the teacher and the pupil should try to be as much impersonal as possible. See? Both the teacher, your battery is very low. No? It can be used. Something else can be used.
No, sir, it is here.
Not necessary, no, we are the closing session. So the divine, sometimes called the Guru of Gurus, both the teacher and the pupil should try to be as much impersonal as possible. This becomes possible if the teacher tries to see, very important, if the teacher tries to see the divine in the student, and the student also tries to feel the divine in the teacher. One should try to think of the other, not as a person, but as a manifestation of the principle, P capital, and oneself also as such. This is the beginning of practical Vedanta. And then in due course, this ideal encompasses everything and every being. The Lord comes to me in the form of devotees, and I should try to see him in them more than their personalities. I should try to see him in them more than their personalities. The student also should recognize the divine principle in the one who brings the message, and also in oneself who receives it. The trouble with most spiritual seekers is that they identify themselves with their own bodies and personalities and remain stuck there. If they have a spiritual teacher, they cling to the form and personality of the teacher also. This is nothing but materialism, though given a spiritual color. However useful it may be in the beginning, this spiritual materialism must be transcended. And how to do it is the question. As one advances on the spiritual path, one must come to realize that the worshipper is a soul, and the deity that is worshipped is none other than Paramatma himself. The soul is, as it were, a part of the Paramatman. The Guru also, in his true nature, is a divine manifestation through whom flows the divine grace, knowledge, love, bliss. The spiritual seeker should always remember that the idolizing of a human form and the blind worshipping of a human personality are a stumbling block in spiritual progress, and is harmful to both the disciple and the Guru. And on their own feet, realize their divine nature, solve their individual problems, developing a cosmic outlook. It is for this reason that the wise spiritual teacher deprecates the idea of blind personal service, which is very common in India. Most of the disciples forget that the following of the ideal and the living of the life are much more important than attending on the Guru in person. This danger of falling into the rut of the Guru cult we can avoid only by meditating on the formless infinite spirit, who is also infinite knowledge, infinite love, infinite bliss. Again, when we return to the plane of personality, we should stress more the spirit, not the form. In order to avoid self-deception, it is good to meditate on the infinite spirit, merging all forms into it, and try to be established in the supreme consciousness through repeated practice. This helps not only the student, but also the teacher towards the realization of perfect freedom and peace. So this is the wonderful message Papa gave to us. So let us all try to But at least one or two words in that particular explanation. How do I make Papa expressive in my thoughts, words and deeds?